Hey guys, let's get these Japanese forest grass planted. This is the Benny Craze variety, and I have been on the lookout, so I'm planting this in my shade garden area. Last year I actually got some Japanese forest grass, and I've been on the lookout every year. They typically go on sale in fall, and they're kind of expensive. They're about $24.99. I was able to get this one for $12, you guys. And my thought process is I want to continue the border that I have in my shade garden area. So I've been on the lookout for this. Now what I typically do is when I get this, I'll split this. So I'm going to attempt to, well, I know I can split it, but I'll be splitting this into two. I have another one that I already split, and I think with 3 clumps I should be able to finish up the border that I have here, because I'll show you guys the shade garden area that I'm talking about. Would love if you can like, comment, subscribe to this channel, share with a gardening friend too as well. I'm super excited to add this to my shade garden. So I'm in my shade garden bed, and what I started last year was, you'll see I have a clump of Japanese forest grass there and there. That was just one container that I split into 2, and look at it, you guys, it has grown tremendously. So my thought process of what I want to do is I want to continue clumps every so often in this bed. So when you look at it, there's like a pattern. So I do need one over there, I need a clump over here, probably a clump over there. Not so much on that end because you've got the dwarf fountain grass. Finally it's coming back to life, you guys. I transplanted this thing and now it's finally rebounding. So I think if I do one here, one somewhere here, and one at the end over there, that should be enough. So I think if I break my clump up into, well, this container, I'll split it into 2, and I think that should be enough to finish up this project. So let me show you guys how I'm going to split it and plant it. And I'm not looking forward to planting this, you guys, because this area is super filled with filled with roots. My thought is maybe one here, which means I'm going to have to move the columbine probably in the back area, which is not a big deal. So let me turn the camera around and we'll first split, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully you can see me properly on here. So I had originally bought 2 of the Japanese forest grass, so I split this one already. So this will be clump number 1, and let me do clump number 2. These are just stuck in the container, so I am just going to roll it to kind of soften it a little bit, and then I'll be able to get it out a little easier. This one is like really root bound, as you can tell. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my hori-hori knife, and I'm going to split this right down in the middle. So I'm just literally just cutting it in half here. And I'm using the serrated side of the hori-hori knife. By the way, this is like one of the best tools ever. I don't even use like a little shovel anymore. I just use my hori-hori knife. Alright, look at this. Got 2 clumps. This one looks a little sparser, this one not so much. I could technically split this one in a little bit more, but I'm okay with that. Now, Japanese forest grass, they do die down back in the winter time, so it doesn't give you any sort of winter, winter interest, but that's okay because you know, they bloom the rest of the time. And I love this because it just sways in the wind. Oh, perfect timing with the wind. It just sways. So I love the texture of it. Look at this one here. The wind's blowing it. Perfect timing, you guys. It's super nice. I'm actually sitting in the shade garden area, and the breeze is blowing. This is around September 21st, I believe I'm filming this. And amazing weather, amazing weather. All right, so what I'm gonna do is when I plant this, I'll make sure that this part is covered. So now comes the hard part of actually planting it. So here we go. What I'm thinking is I probably want to plant it right in this area over here because I'm looking at the spacing compared to the other one. I do have a hosta that typically shades this area over here, so I'm thinking about that next season when it comes up, and it typically goes like all the way here. So I am going to have to move this columbine, which I'm going to move it and put it over on that side over there. So let's do that. Nice thing is I just planted this, so it shouldn't be that hard to dig up. And I'm just going to stack it right behind here. So now I'm just going to go to the painful thing of digging this grass right here. So I'm looking at the umbrella of the hosta where it was going to be. This is not going to get that tall, and then you got the grass coming over with the lamb's ear. So I think this would be a good area for me to plant it. I do have an auger, but because there's so much roots here and it's not one of the ones that stop whenever it hits a root, it's not going to be a good area to use an auger. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut a little bit of this grass, the root, just so I can fit it properly in here. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some fertilizer. And then I'm going to go ahead and backfill. Making sure that my air pockets are all removed. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut some of these hosta blooms off. We had a major hailstorm that broke the hosta leaves, and they are getting to the point where they're going to die back. So I'm just going ahead and cutting some of the leaves off. So I've placed one of the grasses there. My little dilemma with this section is that I have a toad lily that's there, but then there's also a hosta that popped up, but not hosta, I'm sorry, a coleus, you guys. I just all seeded, so it's right in the smack middle of where I need to plant, so I may have to sacrifice that coleus, we'll see. But let me go ahead and set up the camera and start digging again. I'm going to do the same thing with this one, in that I'm going to cut the root a little bit and just kind of bend it over so I could get it planted, because I wonder if I can plant this and it will come up, because I can see like some roots here. Maybe I'll experiment with that. Fertilizer. And then I'm going to go ahead and actually let me dig it a little bit deeper. And now I'm going to backfill here. I do have some soil that I'm going to just bring and put around it there. Alright, so let's go plant that one over there and refill my fertilizer as well. My coleus behind here, they've gone rogue, you guys, and it's the almost end of the season, so I'm letting them go, let them just do their thing. So let's plant over here. So my dilemma is actually I have a hosta right there, so I need to move that hosta. I'll probably move it over there because my coleus is not the problem, it's actually my hosta, you guys. Okay. Alright, here's my hosta. Now I gotta plant it, so I'll plant it over here. This soil is like rocks, you guys, filled with roots. Look at that, my hole is sorta half dig for me already. I do need to get some more soil because roots are exposed and I don't like to leave it. So let me bring my potting soil. I got my soil from the other project I was working on earlier this morning. Wish I could mulch this area here. The problem is we're right under a pine tree and this whole area becomes a pine tree. Eventually my goal is so that you will not see any dirt or any soil. That's where this bed is heading towards. So it'll become like a true shade garden like you see like in the forest where you don't really see the dirt that much. It's heading that way. So okay, already I think I'm done planting all 3 of my grasses. And let me turn the camera around and show you guys. Would love if you can like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a gardening friend as well. Until next time, everybody, happy gardening. So if you're looking at the shade garden, there's a clump of grass there, another one right there, and then towards the end. So now there's 5 clumps of grass, which creates a little bit of a pattern. This one here might be ready to be split again. which I'm hoping next year I'll probably split it again. This one was so tiny when the season started. And here's one, and the final one over there. So not bad. Alright, I think for right now I've got enough Japanese forest grass. Hopefully they spread, and over the years I can split them.